J, counselor. Dr. 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 J, counselor. You matter. You matter. You matter. You matter.
Good evening, Faith family. This is your boy, Dr. J, on Dr. J the Counselor. Do I want to stay married, man? But we are doing a special edition. That's right. It's not Saturday, y'all. And, of course, on the live stream. And then, of course, I know you probably be out on all the podcast platforms. But tonight is a special edition. And it's backed by popular demand. We're doing, Lady J, we're doing the locker room. You know, the locker room is a special edition that I've traveled all around the country, even all the way to Maui. Doing the locker room, that it deals with different dynamics. And what I love about the locker room is because it gives you a time to strategize. It gives you a time to get back in the game. But what it really speaks to is the dynamics that goes into the locker room, the privacy, the things that you find in the lockers. Sometimes unclean things is in the locker. Sometimes there's stinky things are in there, and it's time to sort it out and clean it out. So tonight's special edition, because we're a relationship show, but you know your boy, we're uncensored and we're transparent. Special edition, sex, money, and commitment. But guess what? It wouldn't be a Dr. J show if we ain't gonna put a little twist to it. We are doing men versus women tonight, y'all. So guess what? If you're live streaming with us tonight, make sure you like, share, tell all your friends right now, log on social media, because this is a hot one. You go get the women perspective, men perspective. It's going to be a little competitive. I mean, it's fair. You know, we're not going to engage each other in a bad way, but we are going to have really some perspective conversations tonight, spiritually, but relevant, raw, uncensored. Put it like this right here. We're going to do everything but cuss and drink, all right? We just going to have a real great, strong conversation, not playing tonight. Transparent. If you want your question asked, literally, make the comments, man. Ask the question. I'm going to do everything I can to get it on live, but we have questions. We have dialogue that has to happen. And then guess what, y'all? You know, not only is the show hot, but if you want to catch more of our episodes, you can go on the KJLH radio podcast, syndicated show. It's the great Stevie Wonder, legendary artist and greatness. It's on their website, as well as you can go to our YouTube page. But guess what? We got podcast shows on Spotify, on Amazon Music, and of course, on Apple Podcasts. So make sure you go out, check out your boy, check out the great host and co-host, man. These topics are just hot, uncensored and raw. But tonight, without further ado, again, we're talking about literally sex, y'all, commitment, and we got to talk about that money and the things that happen in relationship, but we're going to do it in a different way. We got the women's side, we got the men's side, no hold bars, but let me give y'all the rules before I introduce everybody. Please. Now, I got some flags. You see this flag? If I throw the flag, it's because somebody got a penalty. If you lie on this show, penalty, all right? If you just raw, you just push the limit, I'll probably go hold the flag. Just don't cuss. We won't throw the flag. Now, if you get a whistle blown, it means you talking about something right there, all right? So we're going to do it all kind of ways, as KD has to say. God bless me, y'all, but we'll talk about that later. But you know I can't roll by myself, man. I got the most beautiful woman on the planet, man. She's my superwoman, Lady J. What's up, girl?
Look, I got my cape on for my girls tonight. Thank you. I love you. But look here, we got to make sure this line is clearly drawn in the middle of the sand. I know I got my girls after I have been being blowed up all day long. Look, we are absolutely ready. And I got my penalty flag too for you brothers.
That's fine.
So
I got two.
Bring it. That's all I got to say. Bring it on.
Well, Lady J, you and your ponytail with your fine self, this is how we going to do it. Now, quite naturally, we got a wonderful co-host on the show. I think somebody who's going to help us was balanced and saying, we got to ask the bishop. What's going on, Bishop?
I am absolutely blessed. I like it when it's the women versus the men. I love that because we are the head, therefore we can understand them a little better than they think.
Woo! Man, did you say that we the head and they the tail? No, you didn't say that, bitch. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Listen, I can't even. I'm about to have to call somebody. I'm trying to wait till I introduce or whatever, but y'all should see this other one over on the screen right now. She just all upset right now, but we gonna get to it. But Bishop, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Don't be letting Pastor Valerie rub your leg and change sides on us now.
Okay, the reason why I said we the head, Corinthians says that. In Corinthians chapter 3, it tells us that first there's God, then there's Christ, and then there's man, and then there's woman. So I only use that as a reference, but we highly respect all you ladies. We know that you'll have an opinion, but the facts we carry with us tonight.
Well, Bishop, we're going to do everything we can with these questions to make your glasses fog up tonight, so it's going to be all right. Grab your Bible. And then quite naturally, y'all, we all the way in them streets. That's who's going to bring it all home for us, dog. Tonight, you can come out of witness protection. You can lose yourself tonight, brother. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't you act like you ain't got to go home. But Katie the Voice, what's up, man?
What they do, Doc? Hey, I'm going with Bishop. Bishop say they way down the line. Bishop say they way down the line. He's named by 5, 6, 7, 8 different people. Y'all know who this is. This your boy, Katie the Voice, man. Y'all know I'm going to bring it to y'all kind of ways, but just remember, it ain't nothing I said. It's what I heard from the streets, baby.
What you heard. And then we got the course, the sophisticated Sheila, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She over there looking all quiet, but this lion about to roar, y'all. Don't be playing, Sheila. What's going on, girl?
First of all, let me say, Lady J, you're going to have to blow that whistle and throw that flag a lot tonight because somebody's confused. According to the tribe vibes, you may very well be the head, but the neck will always let you know which way to go. Time is yes, dear.
You know what, Sheila, that's fine, you know what I mean? But every time we have to go to the chiropractor, what they got to adjust? Not the head, just the neck.
Oh,
come on.
God.
We'll talk about it in a few minutes. They quite naturally, y'all, you know what I mean? They're going to try to double team us real good or whatever. You know, we got all the way from California. Callie in the house tonight.
Callie
you know what I
in the
mean?
house.
This wonderful, powerful woman of God, you know what I'm saying? Sitting on the mountaintop. We're going to try to chop you down tonight. Pastor Nedra, what's going on?
God bless everybody. How is everybody doing tonight?
Now, Nedra, how you gonna try to come on all sweet? And then, hey guys, watch this right here. Now, you heard how it sounded, right? 5 minutes into the show, we're gonna see how that voice change, all right? Let me go with you. How you doing, woman of God?
Look, Katie, don't be doing all that because she ain't scared. So
I know she ain't.
Good.
That's why I'm getting mine in right now.
She ain't scared at all.
Nope. Never scared.
And then quite naturally, man, we gonna back y'all off a little bit. You know, we bring our dude all the way from Ocala, Florida, man, holding it down. Old Town. I ain't talking about Orlando, y'all. It's the horse district, y'all. But great things come out of small places. King Larry, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
Dude, we need your help tonight.
Well, I'm here to help, and I'm here to give my advice.
Now, listen, man, we know you're an activist in the city, but tonight it's a different fight. We need you to be an activist for the men tonight to deal with these women because they're going to try to tag team on us, all right?
Watch this, Larry. Don't forget this is your sister over here.
Oh, yes, I know.
You know what, Larry? We gonna put you in another window. You already, man. Look, man.
She tried to use the sister thing on me.
Yeah, you did. Well, you better come on back. And then, man, the one and only man holding down them young adults. That's gonna just keep it real. We gonna see how raw she can be tonight, y'all. Amazing woman of God, but greatness, man, in her life. We got the wonder all the way from Tampa, Ashley, our baby. What's going on?
What it do, Pops? What it do, Ma?
Listen, man, we listen. You wait. First of all, how you gonna do me? First of all, I gotta find out the truth. You on our side? Where you at?
Oh, baby, go and tell her where you at.
Team women all day. I mean, Pops, you know what I'm saying? I love you like I love you, but hey, I gotta stick with my ladies all day.
So listen, man, social media is blowing up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and just dive on in and just be real about it. So this is what I did. So, you know, I see over 200 clients in 1 year, and I take all of the different interviews and different things that I go through and learn the topics and the questions that are asked. But we also put a survey out on social media and in our inbox, and I mean, we got galore of questions. So what I want to do tonight is, man, just really do a real dialogue of a round table. But I'm telling you now, strap your seatbelts. I'm cutting no corners. This is real, uncensored transparent conversation and real things people want to know. Tonight, you can loose yourself. You ain't got to agree. We're going to have some real dialogue. This is what the people want to see. This is what they want to know. And they want your real perspective of what you think. So we're going to agree to disagree tonight. But we're going to start. So we're talking about money, sex, and commitment. And we're going to do it in that order. All right? Y'all ready?
We
Social
ready
media,
to
you
rumble.
ready? Come here. You ready?
We ready to rumble.
Here it is. So question to the ladies first that men and some people wanted to know. Come on, Nedra. They want to know, ladies. Now, men oftentimes value themselves, see themselves in the light of the status of what they do and the money they make. Oftentimes, that's what's said. Mm-hmm. They say that we're like boys that like toys. But we say that we sometimes buy toys because we buy the toys that women like. The question really is for the ladies, do you value all men the same as if the men who have money and have things, do you value that man the same as a man that is without? Let me give you an example. Is he just as fine and great if he don't have the car or he don't have the place to go and he is staying in the basement? Is it all the same? Now I'm ready and I got my flag. I'm going to blow my whistles. Ladies, let's go. I'm going to start first with you, Miss Sheila. You might as well unmute yourself, pull your glasses out, baby, and tell us what the tribe got to say. Do you value us the same?
I love this question. Let me tell you where the value is. Money or not, auto or not. If we go somewhere and you remember to open my door, that's a point. If we get in a conversation and you listen instead of talk the entire time, I don't care how many Benjamins you might have in your wallet. If you're not listening to me, you'll never spend them on me. And furthermore, if it's time to get in the romantic and you have to get yours first, money cannot buy what I have. So it doesn't matter what kind of money you have. It's how I feel about what you are giving me.
Blow the whistle on you, Sheila. You just started out the gate too fast. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Let me turn it just a little bit. KD, would you deal with your girl, please? Deal with your girl.
Man, Doc, come on. Y'all already know, man. Straight from the streets. Women, y'all see a man, first of all, y'all size him up. The first thing you're going to do is look at him and see what his potential is. And based on the way he dressed, what he looked like, y'all already thinking that he got something. So guess what? You will approach or allow that man to approach you first before you let somebody that just look like Joe Blow, he probably just got off work, but he looked like a bum to you. But he probably just got off that good $30 an hour job. But that guy that's looking all fly, dressed up, nice head to toe, y'all will give him the play before y'all give the other man the play. Don't get sophisticated now because this is real talk. Come on now. You know you wouldn't give that man the time of day.
Pastor Nedra, you might as well come on and tell us what the Bible say. Talk to me. Is it all right? We treat them the same?
You see what the shirt says, right?
Love more.
Love more.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not gonna just look at somebody just because of what they have in their pocket or the status that they have. I'm with Miss Sheila. I'm like, are you gonna open my door? Are you gonna have conversation with me? Are you gonna be committed to me and me only? Because you can have all the money in the world and still treat me like a dog.
Right.
Okay. So my question of it is that I know some women that get treated like the dog and the dude broke. You know what I mean? What do you do? What do you do when he broke? What do you do when he broke and he got good sick? Hold your peace. Hold your peace. We'll come back. Ashley, what y'all say? Come on now.
I mean, I done been there, done that with the people that look like money. And that's who I went after and allowed to approach me. But right now, where I'm at in my life, hey, the regular ones treat me better than the ones who have money. So, it's all about the love. It's all about the respect. If they going to get their money, let's go get it together, baby.
I hear you. All right.
See what my brother got to say.
Now, King Larry, what do you say, sir?
Okay, what I say about that is some women do that. They do go after men that has the money. They barely seldom look at the men that don't have the money. They'll look at them like they'll fly on the wall. They'll be like, and then look at the one They got on the Gucci shoes, the Gucci belt,
Wow.
the Gucci shirt, stuff like that. Because not all women, but some. Because you have some women that's not looking for that. Because you can have all the money in the world and can be a miserable man and have a miserable relationship.
That's good.
Bishop Daddy, what you say now? Because you deal with all type of men, all type of scenarios, and the women, same as things, and the women be coming crying, talking about their man, this, that, and the other. What do you say, sir?
Well, the most important part of the conversation to me is identifying a man. A man has to be one that is a provider, a truth teller, and one that will protect, and one that will honor and respect. That's the man we're talking about. Now let's look at the women. It is important that a man find a woman, not a woman find a man. So the problem is the women out there trying to chase down some man. If you present yourself correctly as a woman, the man will find you. The Bible said that when a man findeth a woman, he findeth a good thing. Or a wife, he findeth a good thing. So I believe most men are looking for a good thing, not a thing, but a good thing. So it's important that we first establish, are we identifying a man as a truth teller, a provider, one that will do the right thing and commit himself? Or are we talking about someone that have a penis and out there trying to find something to put it in?
You didn't blow the whistle?
He said penis. No, man, listen. Bishop, I'm going to put my flag back in my pocket. Good word, sir. Hashtag penis. Come on.
First of all, let me say this, and I know social media is blowing all the way up. The reality of it is, because I want to go kind of to the corner, at the end of the day, I love what Bishop said, the difference between a man and a boy, and the difference between a woman and a girl. Because a girl, see, that's why all my sisters had the same answer. A girl will be looking at somebody and say, oh, look at what he got on. Because she ain't smart enough yet. She ain't seasoned enough yet to understand that just because that dude got, most people that, a lot of people that look good and dress good are broke. A lot of people that have money are the people that got on some shorts and a t-shirt and run around. So you can't measure that, but you got to grow up to understand that, right? So I think that we have to determine the difference. Please hear me out there. And I mean, social media is blowing up. For everybody, hear me. Hashtag the difference between a man and a boy and a woman and a girl. When you grow up, you don't want no boy. Do you understand me? And so you're not even going to play with that. You don't care what he look like. You looking for some character. You want to know if they're consistent. You want to know if they're a gentleman. The tables change when you grow up.
So listen now. This is what social media say. So let me give a couple things for social media, then we're going to hit this thing. First of all, Gandy say, a real man, come on, Bishop. Okay, there you go, Gandy. Kay says, true lady. Hey, one person said, hell nah. But that was earlier in the show. You know what I mean? Ain't messing with no bro dude. But she did clear it up this way and say, listen, not after you done been through a couple things. My question is this, right? And I want to use this. Now, the first thing that Bishop said, I want to use the spiritual dynamic or whatever, because, you know, to be able to provide, can you provide broke? And my question of it is, how can you open up a door that you don't own? So even if you like that, I mean, you know, you want him to open your car door and then drive your car? Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you. I'm just saying.
That's a flag.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a flag.
I'm erring on the side of caution. I'm going to say it like Kevin said. It ain't what I said. It's what the streets say. I'm asking you guys, at what point, when you say that you want stability, what's included in stability? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at the end of the day, I hear all these comments or whatever saying, listen, I don't got to spend no man money. I got my own. I hear that, but nowhere in the vast of this world that I don't ever see women going after the man. There is even men who literally work hard and don't have. And that's not who the women always pick. That's not the majority. That's not true. You know what I mean? Listen, Linda, listen. All I'm asking for is some clarity now. Because my thing is this right here. If that was totally true, then men would not be breaking their back like they are, trying to get stuff, trying to fake it, trying to have all the gold change and show that they have money. Trust me, they ain't doing it so they can look in their own mirror. They doing it because they believe that is something that the other sex desire and want. Are you saying we lying to ourselves?
Well, let me say this.
I'm just asking.
No, it's not about the fact that you're lying to yourself. But again, I'm going to emphasize, everybody is at different phases in their lives. And I think that, again, when you're young and you don't understand, see, I think I heard Ashley say, I've been there, done that. When you done dated some dude and he might have had some money, but he was disrespectful, it's a turn off. When you start getting older, you determine what turns me on.
Right, but y'all are dealing only with men. You're making it like it's that one-sided. Most of the dudes who was trifling too was broke. So don't act like it's just all the men. I got money.
Yeah, you got money.
Do you see that bun? You know what I mean? Bishop got money, Larry got money, Kenny got money. We ain't over here acting crazy. Don't y'all ain't finna put us up on the... Just because a brother has some accomplishments don't mean he's trifling. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, at what point? So you mean that if I keep my credit together, you mean that if I work hard, educate myself, get money or things of that nature, all of a sudden I'm not attractive? When did that stop being an accolade or an accomplishment that be attractive?
Dr. J.
So what you're saying is, hear me, social media, all the fellas out there for all the single women, don't really worry about your money, all right? You ain't really got to get that right. What they want is open their door, what have you. Make sure you're very kind, what have you. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be all right. And just sit there at home, play Fortnite, and you're going to be okay, all right?
Okay. I need a whistle.
I'll blow it for you.
Blow it for me. I'm going to say this, and hear me clearly. This is a fact. I love when we can bring our relationship to this good show. When I met you, you were kind. You always paid for everything. You took care of me. When we first met, when we got engaged, you started putting savings aside, everything for us. You've always been a provider. But hear me clearly, that was not the only thing. That I was in love with your spirit. I was in love with your kindness. I was in love with how...
The sex was absolutely good because I put it on her. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? In the name of God, don't lie. Don't lie. It was kindness and niceness. And
Bishop, please help me.
And
I gotta run out this show.
Ashley, close your eyes.
I'm
social media.
the flag.
Kay say, come on now. Flag of the play. Sorry, y'all. Hey, listen, man. We got to go to commercial. I'm telling you, we're going to come right back, y'all. We got to go to The Voice. We got to go to them streets, all right? And it's time for conversation. And I promise you, we're going to go around and dialogue because they probably got more questions, all right? So we'll be right back. Be right back.
From the barbershop to the courthouse to in your house.
The Voice is giving you the real scoop straight from the street.
I love God, but God is still working on me.
He says he's keeping it 100.
You be the judge.
Here's your boy, KD, representing the people's voice.
Listen, man, it's time to go to those streets. KD.
Man, Doc, y'all already know, man. Your boy KD, the voice, bringing it to y'all kind of ways from these ATF streets by the way of Duval, baby. First off, the streets looking for a theme. Streets don't care nothing about no good thing. See, the streets is not, we on this side, all right? Not we, but I'm saying I'm in the streets, so let's clear that up. Everything y'all talking about, open up doors and this and that, but before you even get to the man to allow him to open up the door, I'm going to say exactly what I said before. Y'all see them first. What do you see? When you see something that's attractive, you're not going to be attracted to that man that do not look like he don't have nothing. So quit saying that. Y'all first see that man, he has to be attracted. You have to be attracted to that man. I don't know now woman that's attracted to a man that's dirty looking, that don't look like he got nothing. I don't see that. So come on, keep it real. I mean, yes, you want a man to open your door and all that there, but first we got to get to that point to even introduce him to yourself. How y'all gonna meet? But if he's looking good though, if he's fly like my man say, got that Gucci on, guess what? Oh, he will be allowed to open that door because you're going to give him that opportunity. But first, we got to get the opportunity. Now, I'm just saying, ladies, holler at me.
Now, in KD Defense, this real talk on social media, man, they almost went to Spanish and said, El Correcto. Hello, somebody. I'm just saying, I see y'all out there. So listen, we going to let the tribe loose on you. Now, we got the male perspective. All right, Sheila.
Listen, Katie, I'm not buying that for a minute. Okay, first of all, I don't know about you, Katie, and maybe you're not looking, but young ladies know the last time you saw one of them men in them orange and yellow jumpers out there jackhammering in that street. Have you ever noticed how man can hammer on that wall? Have you ever noticed how man that had a little dirt under his hands knows how to get around and fix a few things? I don't care about Gucci. I don't care about all that fineness, because what comes out of your mouth is the first thing I'm actually really going to see, because I'm going to see that with my heart. Bishop said it best. I don't have to look. He that findeth that good thing, that's who I'm looking for. I don't fall for the okie doke and every joker dressed in his finest. That does not impress a real woman. You heard? That's from the tribe.
That's from the tribe. And let's be clear. Oh, no, I'm pumped up because guess what? She said what comes out of their mouth. Like when you meet some dude and he said, yo, yeah, baby, you want to go out because I'm going to buy you some shrimps? See, I wouldn't care if you had on some Gucci or not. See, there are some deal breakers. There are some things. It depends on what you're looking for. So don't try to come after us, because every woman, it's about the caliber and class. I know social media, the class, I like catfish, but I don't. But I don't want shrimps.
I know we don't say shrimp. Baby.
I know.
You know you want colossal. You know what I'm saying? But
see, that's why I got that right, man.
So check. This is what we're gonna do. All right. So we're gonna tag team this thing right now. So Pastor Nedra, you might as well unmute yourself. King Larry, unmute yourself. All right. So here's the question. All right. Now here you go. All right. And then Bishop, I'm coming to you, sir, to clear this thing up. This is I want a spiritual, real but relevant answer on this thing right here. Either way you want to go with it, all right? But men and women perspective. Is it okay? That's clause. Okay, it's a clause, okay? First of all, is it okay? And secondly is, do you believe that people do it, okay? So here's the question. Is it okay, and do you believe that women have the tendency in a relationship, particularly marriages, to hide money?
Well,
no, baby, no. Hey, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, Katie. Give me a chance. Give me a chance.
In.
Okay. The answer is it okay? Yes. Do I believe they're doing it? Yes. Now, let me explain it. There are reasons why this could happen. Biblically, the woman is actually responsible for the home, not the man. So all money, literally, biblically, should be handled by the woman. Yeah. And if you don't trust the woman that's handling his money, he's not with the right woman. So that's the first of all. If he's afraid to give her all the money, let her do whatever she has to do as far as hiding it. I don't say hide it, but put it aside, save it and all of that. That is her responsibility based on Proverbs. The woman is in charge of the home. Now, the question is, does the women do that? Do they hide money from men? Well, I believe this in my heart, that most women don't really hide. They put aside. They put money aside if they truly. And I don't think a courtship or a fiance should be doing that. We talking about marriage. A wife, yes, she have that right to do it.
Okay, Bishop. Now we gonna agree to disagree on this social media, but I got you. All right, Pastor Nedra, since you over there co-signing, what you say?
I totally agree with what Bishop said, because I mean, I was in a marriage where it was wealth there, and I was not given that opportunity to be head of the household with the finances. And actually the finances were hid from me. So I don't know. So I had to take a little portion of what I needed to take and put that to the side for myself, so I would be okay. So okay. You know, it's yeah. Mm.
Yes, sis, you on national TV.
All right, you came on home. Okay, Bishop. Okay, Pastor Nedra. All right, P. Larry. What's up, bro? Come on now. Come on, talk to us. What you say?
All right. There's both sides to this.
Yeah.
Both sides. Women do tend to hide money. But like the bishop said, they hide it for a rainy day.
Absolutely.
Say if the man come up short, and all of a sudden she reaches in her blouse, in her bra, and be like, hey, you short, right? And then the man gonna be looking like, wait a minute, you just told me a week ago you didn't have no money. Come on, what? She had it right here. Y'all already know what your aunties and your grandma used to do. They used to hide it. And some women, like close to my age, they know how to do that. Now, them young ones, but the bishop is right. The Bishop right.
But you know what? I like what Larry said, and I know you get ready to spin it, but I like what he said because at the end of the day, it reminds me of that movie Jump in the Broom.
Mhm.
And at the end, he had given up, and they was doing the wedding and he was tormented. She thought he was cheating. And at the end of the day, he was like, I ain't cheating on you. I done lost all our money. And after it was all over, she said, I put something aside for a rainy day.
Okay.
See, so he appreciated that. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna change my perspective. I'm with Bishop. I think we might just put something aside.
Okay. So what you're saying is, have any women ever got prepared to leave a relationship and hid money for the manipulation part to make sure that you're good to go on to the next? Are you guys saying that you don't hide money for sometimes the wrong reason that has nothing to do with that man?
We'll do that on the other side, Doctor. Let me process that. You got a big announcement.
Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call me. We want to know what's going on with you. What's the scoop? Taking it all across the world. We're going into Dr. J's Black Book. It's that time. Dr. J the counselor with his featured guest from his Black Book.
You're going to know this great gentleman, man. It really needs no introduction. Actor, comedian, have been on the Jamie Foxx show as a star. I mean, classic movies like Players Club, Two Can Play That Game, Don't Be a Menace. But guys, I'm gonna tell you something. Out of all things, I mean, let me even say this right here too about this amazing man. I mean, he wrote for many shows. I mean, one of the popular ones, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But what I'm really trying to get to the gist of it is that he's not just a one-dimensional person. He's so versed. And I'm sure in his intimate circles, I'm sure in Hollywood, all these people know these specific things. But I want people around the country to understand that not only is he an actor, not only is he a comedian, not only is he talented and gifted, but he does a great cause that we're going to talk about. And I want to introduce, and I have the pleasure to bring forth my brother, my friend, actor, comedian, Alex Thomas. How you doing, sir?
What's up, people? How y'all doing?
Let me tell you something, man. You are one of the funniest men in the country. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Well, you know what? I appreciate that. That kind of made my day. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually celebrating this year, man. Actually, this week is my 30-year anniversary of doing stand-up and TV and movies and all that. So I guess God made me a little funny to be in the game this long and still be doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you, when you know you got a gift, it's not only are you funny, but when you're watching a movie and you don't care about the rest of it, you keep rewinding it to watch a part. You are hilarious, man. But, one of the questions that was asked, from the people and that, people had questions about with yourself that's gifted and talented is even amidst this pandemic, because this country has been in turmoil for so many different reasons, is how are you managing with that? How is everything going in the business of, how are you staying busy?
Brother, let me tell you something. People ask me all the time, they're like, man, how do you come up with jokes? I'm like, sometimes jokes just walk into my life and they just fall in my lap. And sometimes I'll hear some people say things and I'm like, okay, he's not a comedian, so he was dead serious when he said that, but he doesn't know how funny that is. I was in a studio doing a sketch on somebody's album and the dude was trying to download something on the computer, right? And it just wasn't working. He's like, damn. He's like, man, it's not working. Man, who got the Wi-Fi code here? Anybody got the Wi-Fi code?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And I looked at him like, am I the only one that finds that funny? Or do y'all just call it Wi-Fi here? I mean, did you mean Wi-Fi? Well, in the hood, we call it Wi-Fi.
Oh, no.
The hood, that's incorrect, my brother. I'm sorry. That's incorrect.
Oh, my God.
But to answer your question, man, let me tell you something. I have been out of this world busy. What's crazy is this is the longest in 25 years that I've been without getting on an airplane, without actually going somewhere. Because as a stand-up comic, you got to think about it. Let's just say last 10, 15 years of my life, man, I'm at least 25, 30 cities a year. So for me to be sitting down the way I'm sitting down and not moving out around and about the way that I have over the years, it's kind of like driven me crazy. But the thing that is really kept me busy. And I don't know if you've heard this from any other married men or fathers. Man, I got a 5-year-old daughter. I got a 3-year-old son, and I have a 7-month-old son. Let me tell you something. These little human beings have kept us so damn busy. I can't even explain. I have a whole new new respect for teachers. Okay, because daddy and mommy have had to be everything from algebra teacher to PE to to Spanish. Like I feel like I'm in third grade again. You know what I mean? And I was in that a long, long time ago, right? So that's really kept me busy. And another thing that kept me busy, man, is just me, my health, right? So it really messed me up, man, when we lost Chadwick Boseman, right? It really messed me up during the pandemic when we lost him, and we lost him to colon cancer. And it just happened to be the week that he died of colon cancer was the week I was scheduled to go get my prostate checked. Right?
Wow.
So I was so nervous. I was so scared after all that happened. I went and got my colon, a colonoscopy. I went and got a prostate check, and I got a colonic. like in that order, okay? I was like, yo, I'm not gonna be like a lot of young Black men out there that are afraid to go to doctors or they wait till it's too late. You know what I mean? I was that dude, like, I'm just gonna be, I put it this way, I'm from South Central LA, okay? I know a lot of those gangsters, a lot of thugs, brothers don't, Black men, they don't go to doctors. The only time Black men go to doctors is if they gotta get a root canal or if they get shot. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna be me. So I volunteered to go get it done.
Now, Alex, one of the things I love about it, and this is what people don't understand. You know what I mean? They're probably wondering, man, comedian actor, oh, he's just being funny, or why is he talking about that? What people probably don't know about him and all his gifts and talents. Alex has a foundation, a pediatric cancer foundation that he does, that he participates in and that he handles, and he does something great every year. And so, Alex, I want you to just talk about that. Some people might not even know about this foundation, man, that you do. He does a great work.
I'm a huge golfer. I'm the ghetto Tiger Woods. They call me Inglewoods. I'm from South Central LA, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the last thing on this planet I ever thought I'd be doing is playing golf. Right? Long story short, I was a writer on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for 4 years, 93 to 97. Will Smith got me into golf in 97, the year pretty much every Black man in America started playing golf when Tiger won the Masters for the first time. And it's been the other love of my life for the last 25-something years, right? Outside of my wife and my family and this entertainment business. But I was hosting a lot of people's golf tournaments all over the country, all these foundations and all these different causes, whether it was sickle cell or whether it was autism or whatever it was, right? And then about 6-7 years ago, cancer hit my family like a ton of bricks. And I was like, man, how can I help? How can I be a part of this? And then when I found out that one of the number one killers of children in America under 15 was cancer, it really, really touched me. It really touched my heart. And I was like, man, how can I dig into my resources? And since I love golf and I'm about to start doing these golf tournaments, let me bring all my celebrity friends together. I partnered with the Ronald McDonald House, and we've helped children with cancer all over California. And it's not the answer, it's not the cure, but if it could put a smile on one of those families that are going through it, Ronald McDonald House, a lot of people don't know, they are across the street from pretty much all children's hospitals throughout America. And it's for the families that their children are going through what they're going through, so they don't have to go home. There's not enough room for the families to be in the hospital room, So what happens is, we provide food for the family. We'll provide clothing for the family. I'll go in there and make the young patient laugh and smile. He's been going through chemo for 4 months now, and he hasn't smiled in 3 weeks. So that kind of stuff, it kind of brightens up your day, and everybody just gives back. And then, at the end of the day, we raise a lot of money and help out the foundation.
Now, Alex, not only tell the people where they can find you, but also just briefly talk to us. You have an amazing show. It's executive produced by Smokey Robinson. First of all, it's a Netflix animated series streaming now called Motown Magic. Talk to us about that, and then tell the people where they can find you, man, and where we can follow you.
I'm very proud of it, man. We're the #1 animated series on Netflix right now as we speak. Wherever you are in the world, you go on Netflix and check out Motown Magic. Yes, it is executive produced by Smokey Robinson. I'm in every episode. I'm one of the stars of the show. My character's name is Jimmy Mack. I'm a red 1965 Cadillac. And it's just amazing. I've done animation for years. I was on King of the Hill. I was on Family Guy for 10 years. But this is the one I'm like most proud of because it's us. It's Black folks. And we're number one in America right now between 1-year-old and 10-year-old African-American children. So if there's anybody out there listening right now, if you got kids, you got grandkids, you got nieces, if you got nephews, and you're not up on Motown Magic, you need to stream it right now. And it's beautiful for the parents because the parents, we grew up, and depending on how old you are, like you got to take it. Like how would my 3 and 5-year-old know every Stevie Wonder song, know every Jackson 5 song, everything about the Temptations, you know what I'm saying? So it's educational for kids, but it's memories for us. You know what I mean? We know those songs. Jimmy, Jimmy, oh, Jimmy Mack, when are you coming back? Like, we know all those songs, but every single episode, all 52 episodes, is around a Motown song. So when you watch it, the animation is incredible. It will suck you in as an adult, and the kids really love it. So Motown Magic on Netflix.
Now, Alex, where can they follow you, man? We got people all on social media that's following us tonight. And on behalf of KJLH, where can we all locate you and follow you,
Okay,
man?
well, first of all, I want to make sure you guys watch my show also every single Tuesday. It's called The Funny Don't Stop Show. That's the name of my 1-hour special that'll be coming soon. The Funny Don't Stop. And that's just the motto I live by. The Funny Don't Stop. And it's on YouTube, right? So you can go to our YouTube channel, The Funny Don't Stop Show. And I have an amazing cast of friends that we talk to every week. We talk about anything and everything. We find the funny in everything. And my Instagram is at Funny Man Alex Thomas. Funny Man Alex Thomas. Shout out to KJLH. Can I just say that because I'm an LA dude?
Absolutely. On behalf of LA,
I don't know if this tells my age, but I remember what it stood for: kindness, joy, love,
and love.
Shout out to Stevie
on behalf of KJLH and this family, brother, we appreciate everything that you're doing. Thank you for being an example, and you can rest assured we will be following you. Have a blessed day, and thank you for joining us.
Actor, comedian, Alex Thomas. God
Thanks,
bless you,
guys.
sir. Bless you.
Bye to everybody up there watching. All right.
Do you want to own your own restaurant but don't want to do it alone? Do you currently own a restaurant but you're struggling with keeping your doors open? United Franchise, the owners of the award-winning brands Sinorama, Transworld, Accurate Franchising, John Smith Subs with 1,600 locations in over 80 countries, has partnered with Celebrity Soul Food to open the fastest-growing Southern cuisine restaurant chain all around the world. New territories available in a city near you. We're now taking applications for franchise owners. Call now, 310-975-7131, or go to www.celebritiesoulfood.com. Call now, 310-975-7131, or go to www.celebritiesoulfood.com. Call now, 310-975-7131.
So I want to move on to the next question that's been coming over on social media, and it's in my inbox. One of the questions of it is, before we leave the category about money, is they want to know. Now, here's for my single people now, and I want our married folks to chime in, but I want our single individuals to give this wisdom. Is it okay, ladies? Is it okay? Is it okay, men, that if you're dating someone and you have no intentions in the long game, no intentions, is it okay for that person to keep taking you out spending money on you?
Ashley
Rando!
Oh my God, I knew you were going to get chosen.
You up, darling? Unmute yourself. It's just us around the table in the whole wide world want to know.
Oh my God.
What you say?
Look, hey, if they want to spend it, I ain't gonna stop you. You know what I mean?
Bishop, get your holy oil, sir. Drop it to the left side of your screen. It's going to fall right on.
my brother Larry, my baby said absolutely, unequivocally, no questions asked. If the dude is spinning it, she down. Larry, what you got to say?
Well, if you don't have no intentions for the long game and you just there for the shortcomings, you just gonna have to get some short change.
I need that whistle.
You know what? When we go to sex, we gonna come back to Larry because I gotta keep that point because we gonna put a dime in it right there. We gonna pop right there. We gonna come back and pick that up because that's some good stuff. Sheila.
You know, if it's being mutually enjoyed and the conversation up front is honest, then most women will say, "Listen, I am dating." That's what that's called. So anything can develop later. But yeah, I do believe women should be upfront about their intentions. I'm dating. And so that way the man can decide whether or not he wants to continue asking her out and paying the bill. But be upfront about it. Girls will do that. Yes, girls will do that. But I would say that if we're honest about it, men, if we're enjoying your company, we're not going to go if we're not. So you might be doing a little something right. Just hang in there a little longer. You never know.
Pastor Nedra, let me slide on to you real quick because you're all queued up there. Let's just go slide on in your inbox now. Did that happen? What you say about that now?
I don't agree with it. I feel like if you're not in it for the long haul, then you should not be spending somebody else's money like that. That's just me. It's my opinion because I feel like if you continue to do that, then they're going to expect something from you. And if you don't want that expectation to come to fruition, then you don't need to be spending and taking their money and letting them buy you things because stuff is going to come from that. They're going to want to expect something from you. And if y'all not mutually agreed upon that and then they take it there, then I'm sorry, ladies, I have to say this out my mouth, then we want to cry wolf and be like, oh, he tried to do this to me, but you was allowing him to spend his money on you. So you should have knew something was attached to that. That's how I feel about
Pastor
that.
Nedra,
I know some women that do that.
You get 2 whistles, baby, for that one.
If they ask me, I let them know.
You know
Pastor
what?
Nedra, you get 2 whistles for that, darling. You can come on the men's side if you want to. Just slide on over, baby.
She is
come
not
on over.
coming on the men's
we'll
side.
We'll take you.
But what she was real. And I, you know what? I would piggyback off of that to say absolutely. One Sheila did say, if you're upfront, I just want people to use a little common sense. Now, if you're taking me out, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work with this. A brother, no, because I'm about to roll with Ashley. And I'm really about a brother. You know whether or not if I didn't tell you I'm marrying you, you are in pursuit of me, which means that count the costs. So do what you need to do.
Now on social media, Tammy said, listen, you could just say, let's be friends. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he still want to move forward or things of that nature. But I will say now, let's come back to what Pastor Nedra said. Are y'all going to trip? We ain't in the sex part yet, but we're going to just dab there a little bit. Why y'all going to cry wolf? Because I can assure you, I don't really know too many brothers who's putting an investment in ain't looking for no dividend.
Except for my brother Larry that said he might spend $15.
So all behind one day because y'all want to go to the Longhorn. Y'all in the situation.
But okay, I know we're getting ready to go over to KD, but hear me clearly. At the end of the day, if you spend $25 or $50 or $100, does that really signature that this is time for me to break you off?
Is it the money or is it the fact that you knowingly know something and in that motive, you allow that man to spend his time and his money on you while you know.
I'm going to throw a flag.
You ain't interested. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, Doc.
Now, KD, you can go ahead free yourself again, sir. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And we know it ain't you. It's just the street, baby. What the left block say?
It's just the streets, Doc. But y'all already know, man. You're misleading a brother. When you allow, the first day, I understand. Second time, third time, I still understand. But when this thing get continuously, I'm going out and you allow me to spend my money, if I'm spending it, then that booty, you lending it. That's what the street said. Not me. I'm just telling you what the street said. So cut all that out. You already know, up front, you tell me, hey, we could just be friends. I ain't looking for nothing sexual or none of that. Say those words. Because soon as you say no sexual, guess what he's doing? No money.
Let me say this, because I'm ready for the bishop to chime in and give us some spiritual. Because no money, no booty. I don't know what scripture, Proverbs that is. That's from some dude. Guess what? From the darn streets. That's from somebody from the street. Daddy, please give me somebody from a church.
I think Pastor did you say it best and she said that the key thing, if you had to put a scripture to what she just said, it would be give and it shall be given unto you. So that means that person is giving, expecting something. They're not giving just to be your friend. Right. They are giving to expect something. And so it's important that if you talk about a man, like, I don't know where he get this in the streets from. He probably down anyway, I don't want to name a city, but he's down low because no man just do for a woman just for sex.
I want to piggyback on what he said, though.
Yeah, come on, what is that?
What he said is being upfront. Yeah. And it goes back to what I had to say. It's the difference between a man and a boy and a woman and a girl. At the end of the day, why in the world would you literally find yourself in a circumstance where you dating somebody and all you thinking about is how you can hook up with them and if they gonna buy you something? Yeah. I mean, that doesn't even make any sense.
Man, this is a hot one. All right, so we don't go to commercial.
I'm going to be ready for my Let's Be Clear.
You ready?
I'm going to be ready
and we got to dig back in this, all right? All right, we'll be right back.
Let's Be Clear with Lady J. Lady J. Lady J. Ladies, it's our Let's Be Clear moment. You are amazing. Amazing. You are powerful. Powerful. Let's be clear. You are a daughter of the Most High God. It's your girl, Lady J.
This is your girl, Lady J. Let's be clear. I absolutely, Doc, hear you loud and clearly, but there was this group called Climax. And Climax said, I need to have a meeting in the ladies' room. So today, what I want to do is I want to have a meeting in the ladies' room. And she said, I'll be back real soon. And this is, and she said, and this is my meeting for my ladies. I want my ladies to come to the locker room with me today. Okay. And what we need to do is we get ready to really wrap into a new, what I call playbook. And I want my women to meet me in the ladies' room. Tell the dudes that you'll be back real soon because I want you to come because guess what we're going to do? We're going to go in the locker room and we're going to make a new playbook. And what we're going to do is we're going to raise our expectations. We coming in the locker room and we're going to get our pride back and we're going to get our value back. We coming in the locker room. I'm sorry. Meet me in the ladies' room and we'll be back real soon. I want you to tell that dude, I want you to text him and say, I'm sorry, I got a meeting in the ladies' room and I'll be back real soon. Because what we got to do is we got to take a time out and we got to go back. All these questions that you guys are asking, a lot of it is because women have lost their way. Women are being competitive and we trying to, stack up against each other. We done lost the whole idealistic of a relationship and why you get in a relationship. What are you looking for? And this is to pivot to our next topic. We got to have a time out, sisters, and we got to have a meeting in the ladies' room and tell everybody from Lady J that we'll be back real soon.
Well,
that's my Let's Be Clear moment.
I ain't mad at you, lady. I ain't mad at you. Matter of fact, the locker room is for re-strategizing. So, baby, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Go into the bathroom. We got a men's room, too. But when we come back, we going to still be in the locker room. I'm just saying, I ain't no DJ. I'm just Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? Look. I got one more question for you that came across. Or what have you. And this is all social media. Chime on in, like, share. But this is a sensitive one. I ain't going to lie to you now. So, we going to be friends after this, everybody. But let's have a conversation, okay? Now, this is what we going to do. Sheila, I'm going to start with you, and then we're going to go on around to get the ladies out the way, and then the men go speak. Men, just hold your peace, okay? All right. Do y'all believe that in this country, child support is fair when it comes to child support towards men? Do you believe it's necessary? Do you believe it's fair? Do you believe that women are using it properly? Or is it also an arsenal that has been launched against the man. Don't jump on me. Don't be trying to come in my studio. Stay where you at. All right? I ain't throw no flag. I'm just asking a question that wanted to know, because brothers have a perspective that they're going through and women have a perspective, and we want to air it out on national platform. So Sheila, what say you?
There are some men that want to father their children.
Okay.
They want to support them. They want to take them to the games. They want to take their daughters to the, father-daughter dances and all. They want to be there to help educate their sons on what it means to be a man. They want to make sure that the mom has enough money, if she is the caregiver, to make sure that their children are taken care of properly. So if there are women that are using that as an arsenal to get back at the man because he no longer wants to be with her, shame, 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 because that is not what that is for. Child support is to take care of the well-being and the welfare of that child. If your man, your ex, or whomever is willing to do that, then you give him his time and you do not hold that over his head and you do not hold him hostage to that. If there are men that don't want to take care of their children and that look for excuses to not put that money there because they're no longer in the home, and they neglect those children, and they make it hard for the mom to raise those children so that they have a fair chance at life. Shame, 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 shame. The tribe is looking for you. We're coming for you.
I totally agree. I totally agree with Sheila, because I know someone right now that's going through that exact thing. That he's in his child's life. He's been in his child's life since birth, always had his child, and the court system basically turned on him because the mother went and spreaded lies about him that weren't true because he just wasn't with the child anymore, and it's unfair. And so I agree. If the father wants to be in the child's life and wants to be a part of that child and is paying for that child, not for the mom to go get her nails and her hair done, because that ain't your money, that belongs to the child, but the child walking around up in here in busted shoes, then we got to rethink this thing.
Preach, sis.
Okay.
That's
I
good
got
stuff.
the dads that don't want to do right and don't want and have other kids on the other side and still don't want to do right by that one child that they know they should be taking care of. Like Sister Sheila says, shame on you.
That's good.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to you, lady, and you, Ashley. I want to ask King Larry, what is your perspective as a man when it comes to you deal with a lot of brothers being activists in the city and in this country, what have you, and you see a lot, especially even in the court system, these men come out of things of that nature, good men, bad men, indifferent, what have you. But at the end of the day, you deal with a lot of fathers. What's your perspective on this?
Well, my perspective is on this about child support is some men would be with the female and then break up with the female and sometimes get mad with the female and punish the child and don't want to be there. That's the purpose of child support. But on the other hand, dealing with the system, what I've studied on this is that child support basically is just a setup, not for the white man, but for the black man just to get arrested, just something to keep him off the streets. Because if you do that, it's just, if a man don't pay child support, his license gets suspended. He can't drive to work and he can't provide. You got to look at all that. Because child support just like got started like in the early 80s or something like that. It wasn't even processed. And also child support is used just to keep the man out the home, so there's no man there at all to raise that child, male or female, the proper morals, the respect and values. That's why I do what I do right now, advocate for these young kids.
Yes. So, question for you, Bishop, just a spiritual question based on this. It's a law of the land about child support. One of the questions that came across is child support has a spiritual dynamic? Is that seen right in the eyes of God? Should we know the Bible says, of course, to honor the law of the land and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, is that what's covering that? Is that particular scripture, or what is God's perspective or biblical take on child support?
Okay. Well, a couple of things I want to address in this subject matter. Number one, I think the important part of child support is that man, not the woman. That man made a bad decision from the beginning with the woman. First of all, he made a bad decision. All right, now he want to blame it all on the woman. He made a bad decision. Secondly, now he have a child. And the woman is not allowing him to see the child, or the woman is allowing him to see the child. And he now had that responsibility. Whether he see that child or not, he is financially responsible to take care of that child. Now, if the woman don't use the money for the purpose of taking care of the child, that's just another bad decision. So the child shouldn't be punished because he's making bad decisions. Send the money. And the biblical point is this. The Bible make it very clear to us as fathers, we are to love our wives, first of all. Secondly, we are to respect our children. Don't take it back. The Bible tells us in Ephesians chapter 6, you don't take advantage, you don't mistreat those children. It is important to do that. So I'm saying to you, the root of the matter is that man making bad decisions, he should pay. He should pay every week, not once a month, every week. He should pay because he deserved to take care of that child. Anyway, that's very touchy to me, so I believe it alone.
I hear you, Bishop.
Let me be clear. Daddy stood up.
So Ashley, let me chime into you as a young adult. You know what I mean? Amazing woman, but you are around and deal with a lot of young women. My question of it is, have you seen in that perspective that where women, obviously there's scenarios, and I want to give this perspective, obviously there's scenarios where men are not handling their business and that is necessary. But have you also seen the case where women actually use that dynamic that, I'm not saying they don't do anything for the child or what have you, but they actually use that as their personal budget. It's the things that help maintain them as an adult, what have you. What is your take on it as a young woman, a young single woman, and what you're seeing out there?
Yes, I've actually seen that where women, do things like that. Do I agree with it? Nah, I don't. Because at the end of the day, like everybody else said, that's for the child. It's not to support you and your habits or whatever the case may be. Like I totally agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you're supposed to do for your child. Like Bishop said, it's a bad decision that the parents made. Don't, you know what I'm saying, punish the child for it. But I have seen women do it.
Absolutely. My question to all the ladies, and ladies, feel free to chime into this, but to all the women, my question is to each of you, it's one thing that where it's necessary, but you guys are all aware of there's some women who use it in a negative fashion. My question is, we don't really, I hear all about the trifling men and that don't do it, and rightfully so. I believe that. I'm a firm believer. But my question is, but when you are women who know the women who are misusing it, why do women not speak up? Why is there no platforms for that? Why is no women who are saying back to, whether it's young women saying, hey, listen, that's not the way to go. You don't have to do it that way. Take care of your child, but let's get you a class. Let's educate yourself. Let's get your life on track. Why are we not ministering to that? Why are we not speaking to that as women? You've already spoke to the men and told us the men is doing it. They're trifling. But what about the trifling women that's being trifling? Why is nobody not addressing that?
Well, I'm going to say this as we really kind of wrap this part of it up and you dive in on the next subject. This is the reality. It's not that women don't. There are times when we speak privately. Is it a movement? Absolutely not. But there are times that we do speak private. But I think it's about everything else. Most times, when you try to give good advice to people, they don't necessarily want to take it. If you have a woman and she's manipulative, that's her spirit and that's her character. It's bigger. Trust me, her issue is not just dogging this man out and manipulating him in that area. It's other things. I think that as women, we have to be real with each other about our character flaws. And we have to have transparent conversations. So I think that's a whole different dynamic of how we approach each other about the woman and her ways. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the issue. My phone is literally blowing up right now, Dr. J, which means my social media is blowing up.
Well, one of the things, I want to say to all of us as we close this session out is I think that in all relationships, be that singlehood or marriages, there's so much controversy when they deal with finances. I think, and I want to challenge leaders all around the world, whether you're in the church or however, is that before you continue to engage, have a money conversation, have a perspective, have a thought, to make sure that you have clarity with that. Now, I want you to do something. All my co-hosts and my guests and all our social media followers, this is the time you take a deep breath in. I know we've been a little while, but it's getting ready to get hot in here because guess what? We got to talk about sex. We're loaded over here. So I'm telling you, shake it off. Shake it off. Get yourself right. Because I'm telling you this hot one, and I'm going to come out the gate on fire. You know what I mean? Because this right here was left literally in my inbox. Question number one.
Oh, Lord.
Question number one. All right? Now, statistics says that over 75% of women or more in a sexual pleasure perspective do not have an orgasm, at least from penetration. Hear me out. Okay? That being said, what the man question was to you, ladies, if you know that that's the statistic, instead of faking, why don't you just show me how to get you where you need to go? Why don't you spend time faking? And it has to be, ladies, don't look at me crazy. Social media, come on now. There has to be a whole lot of people faking. If the statistic is that most women don't have an orgasm. I know that, sister. I sit back, church people. I know. Just take it in. And I know you might be home with him right now, so you might can't say nothing. So I act like it's your neighbor. It's okay. It's okay. But for everybody that's in their house by themselves, that you can just be real and say, listen, it wasn't always easy, or you waited till you left, or he went to sleep. You had to finish it off. I want to have some real conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Bishop, pray church. I'm just saying. You ever had to finish it yourself before? Stop playing. I ain't saying this year. I'm just saying at some point in your life. You know what I mean? It wasn't always easy. My question is, the brothers are saying, instead of faking, why don't you show a brother, talk to a brother about it? So my question really is this: how I shape it. Christian women, regular women, whatever you want to call yourselves. Are y'all faking?
Okay.
Is it real all the time? Are you into it all the time? Or what have you? Since y'all love y'all broke men and all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep reiterating that. But if it's so, we so real tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I blow it on myself.
Please blow it on yourself.
Okay, my question, penalty on you for faking. I'm asking the question. Put me in, coach.
Put me in,
One is,
coach.
I want to know, is there anybody going to acknowledge on here that women be faking? And number two is, and I ain't talking about just trifling when I'm talking about good women, church women, whomever women, black, white, blue, or green, do you be faking? And if so, why?
First of all, and I know that's my favorite prelude.
Why? Let's be clear, lady.
Let's be clear. I'm down. Let's be clear. I know you asked the question because you want to answer.
Yes.
I just have a question for the brothers.
Oh, no. Calling on you. Next. Listen, matter of fact, since y'all did that right there, KD, get in the game, sir. Unmute yourself. KD, these women in the street be faking too.
Do y'all know it?
You know what I'm saying? Do brothers know it? That's a good question. KD, do brothers know they be faking?
Honestly, the honest truth to that question, do we know?
Yeah.
If they faking or not? I ain't even coming from the streets. I'm coming from me. If they faking or not. Hey, you laying down there with me. Like Bernie Mac said. All that, doing all that crazy mess to excite me? I'm excited already. I don't need no extra excitement. You already gave me the excitement at the beginning, so better get yours. So to answer your question, Doc, I don't know if you faking it or not. You know, because they are great actors. They great actresses. So I don't know. But all I say this here, that's your fault.
Listen, if you out there, man, hashtag your fault. Don't, if it's on you, better hush. Listen, y'all women had a stick. I'm coming back to y'all. Come on, Larry.
Some men don't care that women be fake because some men just want to get theirs and don't worry about if the woman gets it or not. But that's the thing about it. You maybe can get the woman mentally. You maybe can get the woman in the heart. And then you may do that. But if you ain't satisfying her, who says you gonna keep
Mm.
Oh,
Okay.
see, this is good. This is good dialogue.
Okay.
This is like good marriage conversation, Doc.
Okay.
Because but see, that's grown folk
Yeah.
conversation.
Well, I want y'all women to be grown and answer the question, please. Please, before I take your flag and throw it on the plate. So listen, I'm going to the corner first. Pastor Nedra. I know. The Holy Ghost help you. Is this faking situation? You know what I'm saying? Put that camera on her. Put it on her. You can hear my voice. Put it on her. Look at her face, y'all. Look at her national TV. Lord Jesus, God bless you. You just got through worshiping, girl, that came in here. I talk about sex. Listen, why women be faking? You know what I'm saying? What you know?
I'm just gonna piggyback off of what Brother Larry just said. I think if you're not stimulating me in my mind, then you're not stimulating me down there. And so God help me.
I love it, Pastor. Pastor, I'm gonna give you a whistle.
Just give it.
Good girl. Stand right there. And you know how they take somebody out of the game and get some drink and the coach say, "Hey, come stand right here by me, because you're going right back in."
Ashley. Why do women fake it?
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Pops.
She excused herself up front.
I mean, from time to time, I've been known to fake it. And depending on the relationship, if we're in an intimate relationship with each other, I will let you know. But if we just doing it just to be doing it, you ain't got to worry about me coming back.
Okay. Now she done came at us. I hear you. I give you one whistle. All right, Sheila, I'm gonna release you, girl. Come on out that corner. Sheila, what's up?
Okay, now listen. I'm going to be keeping it real because I love this subject right here. Yes, we fake it because you can't take it. If I'm blowing
the whistle.
That you started without me, that you didn't give me what I needed first, and you have the audacity to try and get what you. Oh no, we're gonna fake it because this is over. It's a wrap. I'm already planning my grocery list and planning when my next meal appointment is. So yes, we will fake it because you can't take the truth. If we were to stop and say, "Hey, listen, whoa." I want you to start by whispering in my ear. I need you to nibble. I need you to lick. I need you to go a little. I need you to spend a little more time here. It's like building an ice cream sundae. You don't just eat the cherry first. You go around the side, you go in the middle, and you come on top, and you lick the whipped cream, and you got to go all the way. So by the time you get to that cherry, it melts in your mouth.
Spicy chai. Spicy chai.
Bishop.
I don't hear no whistles, and I bet not see a flag thrown.
Oh, I ain't touching Sheila. I ain't touching stuff. Sheila, I left all of them on. Listen, I ain't even move on. I ain't even got the whistle in my hand at this point. Listen, guys, we gotta go to commercial. We gonna do I segment Ask the Bishop, okay? Because I need a spiritual break.
Look, Lord have mercy.
Because I ain't sweating because this jacket though. I'm sweating because I ain't really sure.
God, dog. When we
how to talk to my bishop daddy, Lord.
When we come back, we will hear from the bishop.
The bishop. We'll be right back, y'all.
Ask the Bishop. The Bible says there is great reward in wise counsel. Do you have a question that you yourself can't find in the Word of God about your relationship? It's time to Ask the Bishop.
Look here. I know that we needed a water break. Look, in the locker room, we needed a water break. So we can ready to take one. Bishop, I have a question for you. And you know that it comes from our audience and our fans. And it was a very serious question. And it really made me think. They said, if you could please ask the bishop, how do you know when God is saying that a person is for you. They don't want to measure it off of anything other than, it don't matter what they look like, it doesn't matter what their pedigree is, it don't matter if they're in ministry, not all these things that are superficial. They said they really want to know, how do you really know when God is saying that woman is for me or that man is for me? How do you know when God is saying that? That's a good question.
That's a real good question.
Okay, I think that's really a beautiful and a wonderful question. Before I deal directly with that, let me just speak to Dr. J, how I admire his fatherhood, how he take care of his family. I admire how he treat his wife. I admire how he treat people in the congregation. So, Dr. J, first of all, you are a very positive and a good example in a relationship that I have seen with your family. So I wanted to say that up front to you personally. Now, back to answer your question, how do you know? There are 4 ways to know. The first way, the Bible make it very clear to know it, deal with the word love, okay? If you love someone, you are godly towards them. So how do you know that person is for you? See if they really love you. See how they treat you in that relationship. That's one. Second, remember, intimacy is not sex alone. Intimacy is communication too. So how do they communicate with you? Because you can have someone have an orgasm audibly, just talking to them. You say the right things and they'll grab you if you're married, like I am, and your wife will take you to the bedroom. You know, you don't have to take her because you had an intimate relationship audibly with her. And the third point of intimacy, and which also can break, and that's not only the audible relationship and the physical treatment of a person, but which is most important of all. Do this person that you're dealing with, do they respect spiritually what you believe? Do they respect that? Because if you're with someone that is spiritually against you, it's just a physical exercise to have sex. And all the faking is going on. You faking like you enjoy it. She's faking like she's enjoying it. And when y'all get through, y'all just had a physical exercise and all of you tired of doing nothing. But anyway, the point that I want to bring to you is that it is important to have a spiritual connection with somebody. Don't just have a audible, a treatment, physical treatment, but a spiritual connection with someone. And the last thing to know, if this person is really for you, how do they defend you even when you're wrong? If they are condemning you, talking about you, and treating you bad, that is not the person for you.
Bishop,
Coach, let me tell you something.
You said coach. I know that's right.
I did. Shoot, let me blow the whistle. Listen, Bishop. So, all right, y'all. I need y'all to come in. I know some people are single. I need y'all to come into the marriage area for a second, okay? The marriage area. In your singlehood, it's kind of hard to help you sometimes because we need to try to get you out of there to get you right where you can have some expectation, okay? But just in case, this is for single folks too. Question is, ladies and men, okay? Should a man have to ask for sex? Should he have to ask? Meaning, I ain't talking about year 1 and what have you, but there's some relationship. And listen, I have a career off of this, okay? There is men that complain all the time. They are irritated and frustrated that they have to, okay, y'all want to look at me crazy? So let me just go ahead and be transparent and be uncensored. When you got to be grown and you got to hint around, got to throw hints, got to look a certain way or touch a thigh or try to rub a certain way to let the woman know you want some, don't y'all look at me like that. Do men, is it right that they have to ask for sex? Now, we gonna plead our case on our men's side. And then we want y'all to speak, because y'all may feel like y'all don't even know what we're talking about. But KD, Bishop, Larry, first of all, do y'all know any men that have to ask for sex? But in the event, do you believe it's right that men have to?
First of all, Doc, if I must say this here, since these women say we got to stimulate their mind and all of that good stuff to do all of that, y'all should know your man. So a man should never have to ask his wife for sex. She should already know what time it is, because you know your man. If I lay next to you on side of you and I turn a certain way, you already know what time it is. If I lay and I hold my head like this here and rub my stomach in the bed, you already know what time it is, because you know me. See, we done stimulate each other mind. Since y'all like, no, I would never. Oh no, well, let me say, a man should never have to ask his wife for no sex. But what?
Okay. I heard what KD had to say from the street perspective. Now, realistically, and all of y'all on here know this, man really shouldn't have to ask for sex. Because for number one, if you're married, and if y'all know each other on this mental level and the spiritual level, only thing you got to do is look. See, I don't have that problem. When I look at my queen, she knows she sees a king. And she knows that it's in here. So she already knows. It's like men get sexually frustrated, for real, when they don't get in. Come to find out, some men can get to this sexual frustration and have problems. And they don't want to have that. So, no, a man should not have to ask if they married, but just it's here. That's it. Should already know.
First of all, let's say what the Bible says.
Yes, sir.
My wife's body is not hers. It's mine. And if I treat my body correctly, I don't have to ask for nothing. I don't have to ask my arm to raise up. This is my body. I can raise my hand when I want to. I don't have to ask my legs to walk. It's my body. I can walk when I want to. And likewise with my wife's body. I've been married 41 years almost. I have never been sexually frustrated. Well, I won't tell you how many times I have sex, but anyway, I don't have that problem in my relationship. So this is what I'm saying to you. A man should not have to ask for sex. If he's treating his body right, his body will let him know when he's ready to have sex. So that's the answer to that one.
That is
For sure. I want
good.
Pastor Valerie. She need to do a class, a workshop, a master class. We gonna do something, y'all.
No,
you know
no,
what I mean?
But did you catch it? He was referring to my
she
body.
become one.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly right.
I
You
got
don't
it.
have to ask
That's
that.
it,
I
yeah. I
love
got
the
you.
metaphor because if you treating your body right, meaning
Absolutely.
your wife, then you don't have to. I love that. I love you,
I know
baby.
that's right. That's why I try to take care of legs and feet and everything, the whole body. I don't want to hear nothing, really. But Ashley, put your eyebrow down. But so, ladies, do women, do y'all know men have to insinuate? Do y'all agree that men should not have to ask for sex? And do you believe that some women take them through that? Have you ever?
I'm just gonna chime right on in here because I'ma just go off of what Bishop just said. If you treating your body right, then you will never have to ask. But if you're not treating your body right, then my body belongs to me. And you gonna have to ask because I don't want you to have it.
Glory.
I love this question. First of all, okay, let me just say this. The only thing that you need to ask me is, are you completely done and have I satisfied you? That's the only question. Don't ask. Men should not have to ask. You don't have to ask when you get ready to go to work. You're not asking if you need to use the restroom. You're not asking. We don't want someone to come and ask us for something. If you've been doing the right thing, you've been good to us, I expect you to come and take it. And when I'm ready, I'm going to come and I'm going to take it. And you're going to get it. That's how that is. The only question that you need to ask is, how are you doing?
Girl, Sheila, you gonna get a virtual restraining order on you, girl. Hold on, blow this whistle, girl. I know that's right. I agree, sis. I agree. Ashley, I'm gonna get a women's perspective. What you say?
Like Bishop said, I mean, I'm coming from a single person perspective. If they doing what they supposed to do, no, you should not have to ask. Because guess what? The same way you taking care of me, I'm going to take care of you. You know what I mean? And that's how it's going to be. And you know, Pastor Nedra, I know you said that, you know, sometimes if they ain't doing the right thing, you ain't gonna want to give it to them. But like Mary J. Blige said, Mr. Wrong sometimes be good. So, you know, you got to slide on over in the box, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying. Okay, I'm done.
Oh my God.
So let me ask the question to you guys. This is really to lady and men because I'm asking a two-faced one, but it's really the same question. Okay, one is, do women give duty booty? And men, will you receive duty booty? Now let me explain what duty booty means. When you know you need to give it, you know you believe in giving it, but you too tired to give it, and you give it anyway, but you ain't really into it. You just want to take care of your mate. Do you believe in duty booty women and men? Do you care if in these situations they tired or whatever, but instead of you telling you I'm tired, hey, listen, call me over here and do what you got to do. They just lay on up there, you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm talking about, ladies. So first I want the women to acknowledge, first of all, do you ever give out duty booty?
I'm going to put my hand up and be the
please,
first
wait,
person.
please, baby, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep your hands up.
Yes, sir.
And then please turn that screen to our audience out here because we need to see hands, please. Sheila, why your hand? You ain't never getting no duty booty? Thank you. Okay.
We just confessed.
We got that. Okay. All right. Now, men, is that all right with you? Would you take it? Okay. I will stop. Bishop, go ahead and lay the spiritual. Larry, then KD. Bishop, what you say? Would you take it? What you say?
Absolutely, because I desire her. So if I desire her, she's not mentally or desiring physically, and she's going to satisfy me. That means she loves me. So she's doing it because she loved me. She's not doing it to just do it. She loved me, so she want to take care of me, and that's important.
I like that, Bishop.
That's good clarity, Bishop.
That is real.
Y'all women looking real better, better over there for duty booty.
No,
okay,
Larry,
like what you say, sir?
I agree with the bishop. If she's doing that because she's into me. She's in love with me, mentally, physically, and spiritually, to the soul, to the core. So she's doing her part, and that's the Bible terminology, basically. So I agree with the bishop on that.
Watch this. Watch this.
Watch
this.
Watch this. IKD.
Watch how this go down. Like, I done sat back in my chair. Watch how this go down. Please help me out.
Let me tell you what the street's saying. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Now I want to hear what you got to say with your bold self.
The street said if she laying there beside him and he want it, whether you sick, tired, headache, whatever, he gonna get it. He gonna get it because it's there for him. It's his. That's what the Bible says.
Larry,
Gotta speak through that in there. But now, hold on. Now, what I say.
What do you say?
This is what I say.
What do you say?
I with the streets to a certain extent. Okay, if I want it, like Bishop said, it's mine to take. I desire her. I want her. But now I will take in consideration, me personally. I'll try to get it, and know she's gonna give it to me. Then I'll stop. Because then I start thinking about, she's not really into it. She did agree. She was going to give it to me. So I'll stop, you know what I'm saying, and let it go until tomorrow. But don't keep trying that sickness and headache on me, though, because I ain't going to keep stopping. I'm just saying. Now, that's from me.
Well, let me say this. I'm going to defend Kevin for like just 10 seconds, and then I'm going to
Kevin, you get a towel out for this, brother.
He get a time out. Let me say this. I think it's about knowing who you're with, because everybody is not down for that cause, right? At the end of the day, some people don't want duty booty.
So listen, guys. I mean, this show, it's coming to a halt. I know, we're going there. We're trying to get everything in, but we won't be able to get everything in tonight. But I have to just slide over real quick about commitment, what have you, and I have to, because I want to be faithful to the fans. And it was one serious question that was asked. And I want to, before we wrap up, I want to go around just to everybody to really give your input on this, because it's very serious, okay? Yes. Now, from the men perspective, I want y'all to hear me. I got a specific question that went towards the men from women. And then women, we have a serious question to you guys from the men perspective, okay? So I'm going to start with the women, and then we'll go to the men, okay? So women, when it comes to the word commitment, this is what the men said, and then I'm gonna ask the question. Men wanted to know, okay, first of all, it seems to be that, I mean, whether it's a relationship or not, just in y'all innately, why are you guys on such a timetable, like a schedule? Meaning, I mean, y'all evaluate everything. I mean, you're evaluating in the sense like you should be further than where you are. I mean, you're always looking at your time to have kids, where you want to be in your relationship. I mean, you're always monitoring it. That being said, men want to know from you, when you hear the word or say the word commitment, what is it that not just the definition of the word, but what do you feel? What is the origin of
What's
the
behind
essence
it?
behind that word in perspective for you guys? Because I think it's, to be honest with you, I think it's a little different perspective from men.
Ashley, I know, right? When you say commitment, what are you thinking?
Well, commitment to me, 9 times out of 10, I'm usually the one that's running from it. But commitment to me means, am do I see myself with you in the long run? Like, do I see myself growing with you, not only spiritually, but physically, emotionally, mentally, like stimulation, and like how can we grow from each other?
Yeah.
I don't put nothing on the time schedule. I mean, if it comes, it comes. If it grows, it grows. If it don't, then gotta go.
That's good. Pastor Cookie.
Commitment.
I know, right, sis?
Meet yourself, talk to us. What you say?
That's oh my God. That's really a tough question for me to answer at the moment, seemingly dealing with what I'm dealing with at the moment, because commitment to me is a lot. And I am always 9 times out of 10 the person that's fully committed. And when I don't get that reciprocated, then it takes me somewhere else. So I'm kind of.
I got you, sis.
You got what I'm saying?
I got you. I got you. Sheila.
You know, to me, commitment, it is a long term. I mean, I think Bishop might even agree. That's that till death do us part. That is that's a lifelong, and women, we are nurturers. So that is why it's such a loaded thing. That's why, my two wonderful queens next to me, it's hard to define, but let me just break it down. You're talking about a woman who is going to nurture not just you, but she's going to have to continue to build and grow as the family unit builds and grows. So she's got to understand that you're in it for the long haul. It is not just a word, it is a verb. It is an action that says, from my last breath, we are in this together. I'm going to change. You're going to change. Highs, lows, but I'm in it to win it. And the last person I want to see when I take my last breath is you. And if it's not feeling the same for you, let me know early. That's why we've always talked communication, because once we are committed, that's why there's so many broken women. That's why there's so much baggage. When we commit, we are taking all that into consideration. We want the till death do us part.
Look, I love it. I'm going to say this and throw the flag back to you guys. It's everything wrapped up in, if you want my undying love, my loyalty, my body, me being down, being a ride or die, all those things that men love in our minds when we say, are we in a committed relationship? Because we have something in our heads to say, I want to give you everything that you desire and more. But I really only want to do that with the person who I'm going to be with forever. That's a woman. I don't care what she says. She down, she'll give up everything she got. She'll put it all on the table for you, the kids, the family. But she only wants to do that if she's in it with the perspective that, are we saying we're doing this? I'm going to give you everything I have, my heart, my body, and soul. But I want to know that this is not going to be something that's short term.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough, lady. I didn't penalize. I think it's true.
Let's be clear.
Okay. So for the men, if you could unmute yourself, the perspective of, you heard the women. I want you to ignore what they said from the perspective of being able to be transparent and honest in the manhood and the way men think. And I want you to be able to step outside of just yourself, not just your opinion, but the men you'll be around, the culture of men. When men today hear the word commitment from your different walks of life, what do you think they are interpreting when they hear that word? Not how they treat it, just how is that translating? What do you say? And let's start with Larry. What do you say, Larry?
Well, some men in this world today, when they hear that word commitment from a woman, they all of a sudden get a lump in their throat. And then their eyes get big in their mouth because they don't even know how to respond, because they know when a woman says commitment, that's locked down. That's it. She's into you. She don't want nobody else. Then she's going to put up goals. And she's going to have those goals set up to her perspective for herself and for that man, because she wants something, not like gold digger type, but she wants both of you to grow. So you have something and she has something, and that's what she wants. Because I'm just gonna put it out there. My girl sat me down and told me the same thing, for us to grow. That's why we're at this stage where we're at right now, because we both pour into each other. And if a woman wants to pour in a man, if a man can't take advantage of that, because that might be your one that you're supposed to be with, and God put there in front of you, and you don't even know it, what you got. That's your star. That's your sunshine. That's your queen. And when they hear it, they go, "You said commitment?" And they do that. But they're going to have to learn to get over that and realize what they got before what they got before them is not there anymore.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
Thank you, Larry. KD?
It's funny that you asked that question, because I was just talking about this probably about 2 weeks ago with a couple of guys. And because this girl was talking about something about commitment, but he was saying, okay, he's committed to her. But when he heard her say that, he felt that it's a marriage off the top of his head. She want to be married. So my thing is this here question. Can we be committed for the rest of our lives without being married? Because he feels that once they get married, things change. And I'm going to say this part. Look at Stedman and Oprah. They've been together for how long? They ain't got married at all, but it seems like they forever happy, whatever. But so commitment, I feel like my boy say, that's a marriage. They ready to be married.
I'm so glad Bishop is next. I am so glad that Bishop is next. I got it. I am
from
so.
The streets. The streets don't read the Bible a lot, but
the street of KD.
KD, you were doing good today, but then, man, these women say, lady sucked her teeth, Pastor Nedra put her arm up, shoot, Sheila hair laid to the side, and Ashley said, hmm?
He just goes left. It's like, he's like, when we hear commitment, we think of marriage. Well, what the heck do you think the four of us just said? We said we want to be in it for the long haul. We want to be
God, in all fairness, now, we didn't jump on y'all now. Y'all asked from the man perspective. See how y'all be jumping on this, getting y'all corner
Let
now.
Bishop roll.
Getting y'all corner.
Bishop,
you know what I'm saying?
Bishop,
a flag on the play for jumping on Kevin.
Bishop, what do you think about,
Bishop,
sir?
Now, matter of fact, I want to do a different perspective with you about commitment. Bishop, this is a moment right now that, just hundreds of thousands of people are going to be listening to this and following this and what have you. And this is an opportunity that some men don't have fathers. Some men have not been exposed to real men or things of that nature, or even know what that word commitment is. This is the opportunity right here, right now, to be able to pour in and to share to boys. They may think they're grown, but to be a man and to honor what commitment is. Can you please properly define what God is expecting out of us and your perspective on this?
First of all, I like to break it up into two categories, earthly and spiritual. The earthly commitment is like jumping out of a plane. Once you jump out of the plane, you can't change your mind. You can't say, well, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I quit. No, you are committed. So and the same thing when it comes to God, once you accept Christ as your Lord and Savior, guess what? You are committed. You would be either a good Christian are no good Christian, but you're still a Christian. So commitment is there is no point B, no options. It's completely surrendered to whatever decision that was made. So when a man in the natural sense make a commitment, I'm committed to Valerie, thoroughly, completely, body, mind, and I'm totally committed. When you have a commitment, you trust. Mm-hmm. You don't come up with all kind of reasons. You have to trust because I'm totally committed. If my wife decides, and I told my wife this for the past 15 years, if she chooses not to want to be with me no more the rest of her life, it's okay. I'll take care of her for the rest of her life until she get married again. She'll never have to work. In 41 years, she haven't had to work, and she will never have to work because I'm thoroughly 100% committed to her. Mm-hmm. And that commitment, I don't have no other options. I don't have no other woman. I don't have no other desire. I'm strictly committed to her. And if that commitment is not there, if a man can go home to his mama, I'm with you, but if things don't work out, I'm going to my mama. If the man has to sign what they call it? When you get married and you don't want the woman to have nothing?
Prenup.
A prenup? He ain't committed.
Right.
He's just having a weekend with a wife. But anyway, the point is, when you are truly, honestly committed, there is no second option at all. And commitment is the only way to live your life. If you live your life without commitment, you are living your life in two different worlds. You have to commit to one world or the other. And that's what is important about commitment.
Bishop, look here, Bishop. First of all, and they are all cheering and championing, and I'm absolutely saying, no, it's well done.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, what I hear you saying is that you're all in. You guys, it has been a great show. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of our co-hosts and our guests. Nothing but love to you, Larry. Look, Ashley, Pastor Cookie, Katie, Sheila, Bishop. It has been an amazing show. The locker room today. We've been in the locker room today, and we've been dealing with it. And we've been handling, guess what, y'all? We talked about sex. We talked about finances. We talked about commitment. But at the end of the day, these are ingredients for a good relationship. I've got to turn it over to the best host in the world. When we come back, Dr. J is going to wrap us up today, and he's going to give us his relationship uncensored until next week. We'll be right back.
Relationships Uncensored.
You need someone to be brutally honest with you.
Let me tell you something.
Dr. J is getting ready to rip the Band-Aid off your relationship and deal with your wounds,
your disappointments,
your thoughts,
and even your desire to just say quits with your relationship.
Stop lying to your kids.
Stop lying to your mate.
Stop lying to your church.
And more importantly, stop lying to yourself.
Dr. J says what he means.
But know this. He's Dr. J.
Dr. J.
So he means what he says.
It's that time for Relationships Uncensored.
Hey, family, this is your boy, Dr. J. Come here. Come here. Such an amazing show tonight. We talked about sex. We talked about money. We talked about commitment, and we did it in the locker room. My uncensored for you today is simply as men, as women, as individuals, and certainly as children of the Most High God. I want you to understand something. For many of us, we come from different walks of life, different paths, all type of things have transpired in our life, good, bad, and indifferent that makes up who we are. But just in case you find yourself in a pocket of life, in a place in life where things have been a little difficult, maybe your past is just a little sketchy as a woman, as a man, or in a relationship, or the things that you're currently dealing with. I want you to understand this. Your moment, right here, right now, is your domain. You have the right, you have the privilege to say in this moment, in this domain, I am the master of my destiny, and I can write a new script. What am I ultimately saying to you? Is regardless of what your story have been, you can write a new one, and you do not have to be a victim of your past. This is the locker room. You can stop putting the dirty laundry in the locker now. Clean it out, and let's get back in the game. This is your boy, Dr. J. God bless you. I'll see you at the top. Be blessed, be well.
Dr. J, counselor. Dr. J, counselor. Dr. J, counselor. Dr. J.